before the whistle, before the lights, before the crowd even breathes. Warriors awaken, claws sharpen, armor black and blue. These ain't ordinary soldiers, these are Panthers. In the heart of the Carolinas, they were born in the shadows. Forged in the roar of the crowd, trained to strike fast and leave nothing standing. They prowl the turf with their eyes burning Carolina blue. It's not hope, it's hunger. Opponents don't see players across from them. They only see shadows. The pressure builds in the huddle, breath like smoke and fire. Slow heart beeps in the dirt. Every step has a warning snarl. This is not a game. To them, this is about dominating territory. A grid of lines and marks that must be owned. Every eye is locked, every muscle raging. Every heartbeat sings out the same command. Keep pounding! Keep pounding! Keep pounding! Hear the pads crack, hear the roar roll over the stands. Feel the ground shudder under the cleats. This is blood deep, a bloodlust, the ache for dominance that will not ease. It will not go quiet. They swarm like a pack reclaiming sacred ground. They overwhelm with the fury of beasts who will never be tamed. Every drive becomes a hunt. Every yard becomes a quest. Every collision is a warning shot. Carolina doesn't just play football, they devours it. When the echoes fade and the challengers fall back, the Panthers stand tall, hearts pounding, eyes looking forward to the next snap, the next prey, the next kill. Because we put them paws on them.
Yo, yo, yo. Man, listen, I want to appreciate anybody who comes up in here and checks out my first live on YouTube. I really appreciate it. I hope people enjoy it. Uh, Try to put my time and effort in it. And, man, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, people enjoy the show. Yeah, this is Put the Pause on them. I'm a Carolina Panthers fan, as you can tell. Uh, I love this game. I love my team. And man, I'm just glad for anybody who stops by and check it out. I'm your guy popping. Uh, yeah, man. So I figured I would go ahead and make my own little joint, and discuss things that I want to talk about and you know give my opinion and things of that nature. And man, I was fortunate to actually have a friend of mine who encouraged me and has been right there. We chop it up all the time, talk about football. Um, and I invited him to slide through and see if he wanted to talk with me. And some of y'all may know him as a hater. I don't see him as one. He just keeps it real. You know, some of y'all might call him Black. I call him King of the Met. New nickname, Country Blood. Appreciate you for pulling up and hosting the show with me. What's going
My
on with you,
boy,
buddy?
popping. First off, I appreciate the introduction, my brother. I appreciate that. I'm so proud of the fact that you got your own platform so you can, what I mean, be on your new journey. Like I said, the season coming up, I know you got a lot of material that you're going to share with the whole Panther community and anyone else who want to sit here and listen. But I also got to say, that was a fire ass intro, bro.
Oh, you like it?
That shit was hard, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was hard. That shit made me want to put on
Hey,
the
man.
pads and run through a wall for you, bro. Word.
I mean, and listen, when I was thinking about doing it, man, like it took me a minute. I was talking to you about it. And I've never did like editing like that. You know what I mean? So I've actually found like a new love that I kind of like editing. Like it might be
Mm-hmm.
something I might pursue on the side once I kind of figure out everything to do it. But when you like force yourself to do it, it's
Mm-hmm.
man, the your imagination just goes so far. It's like, man, technology is on a whole nother level. So I enjoyed it. I wanted to make people feel like being hyped or like when they're sitting down in front of a movie when it, it's coming on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it made me feel. So I hope people enjoy it. Cause
Well,
you know, and if they don't,
well,
then hey, leave a comment. But at the same time, I ain't changing it because I love it. So I appreciate the
man,
compliment.
for sure, for sure. I love that
Um,
shit. That shit got me hyped. And then it went straight into the name of the show. You know what I'm saying? Put them paws on my just like had a whole transition, bro. That shit was fire. You done a damn good job, my guy.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I
For
see
sure, for
NH
sure.
official, man. Appreciate that compliment, man. I thank you, man. I thank you for pulling up. I really do. You ain't have to, but you did. And man, hopefully, what I'm saying, I give you something you'll come back and watch again and things of that nature. But we
Shout
going
out.
before we jump right into it, Bloody, how's your day been, man? Let's do that.
I mean, shoot, my day been cool. My day been cool. You know what I'm saying? Can't really complain. Lights on, water running. You know what I'm saying? Um, everything's been good. You know what I'm saying? Just
Right.
glad the Panther community just, is starting to pick back up with some more material and things like that. Shout out to the community. But hey man, I'm just glad for this debut. You know what I mean? I said it once, I'm gonna say it again. Just happy for the debut, bro. And I'm glad that you allowed me to be on your platform for your debut.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, my day's been pretty smooth. What I'm saying,
Oh,
doing
my
the whole
fault. My
family
fault
thing.
for that, man.
And
How was your day, brother? My fault. Damn it.
well, it was all right. What I mean, but no, it was
Damn
cool. It was smooth.
it.
It was smooth. But now that we got that out the way, the topic at hand. And before I even get to what I'm gonna talk about, for
hmm
anybody who's uh watching, I'm gonna go ahead and answer this first question. Is it gonna be a long stream? It depends. It depends on, how the flow of the conversation goes. I'm not gonna be up here for 8 hours. I'm not doing that. But if it runs for an hour or two, we'll keep rocking. We just go with the flow. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, man. Uh so what we're gonna talk about today is not to hate on anybody. I love who we're gonna talk about and what we're gonna talk about. These people that we're gonna talk about. Really, my point of view, in my opinion, is not the gospel. It's just how I was thinking about these guys when I thought about this conversation.
hmm
I love both of these guys. They are contributors to our team, and they do a hell of a job. But there's some things I just want to discuss about it. So this is gonna be a series, I believe, and let's go ahead and break this thing down. Title of the show is, well, I had that switched around.
Little minor technical difficulties.
Yeah, it does that. Let me the right one. But
But yeah, what I mean? I seen what the title is. That's gonna be a very interesting conversation. What I mean, between those two gentlemen that you had placed up there. And I'm looking
I,
forward
I,
to
I
getting to that discussion with
keep
you,
going.
bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I thought it was
Um,
definitely interesting.
mhm. I mean, it's an
Definitely
interesting
interesting. I
thought.
thought it was something to talk about for sure.
hmm
Let me see here.
Touch on something. My fault for interrupting you, sir.
No, no, no. You good. But
But
yeah, it's
yeah.
definitely gonna be a good conversation, no matter how it looks. I don't think anybody has really touched bases on this.
hmm
Um, We'll do it like this. We'll do it like this. This is how we're gonna do it. We'll figure it out right here.
Okay.
And excuse me for my hiccups, but first time, man. This
Hey
is when you
man.
gotta. This is when you. This is when it all happens. This is the raw,
Hey,
uncut, unsolicited.
hey
Unsolicited
man.
everything.
Hey man. It's a debut. You know what I'm saying? It's the first of many. Some things don't go right. It is what it is. But the conversation gonna be beautiful at the end of the day. That's what the folk here for. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna deliver that for sure, for sure. 'Cause I can't wait to get into this. Motherfucking Jalen Coker and Mike
Uh,
Jackson.
uh, he said, "Super chats." Nah, man. I'm low key. Don't nobody know anything about me, man. I'm not even focused on if anybody sends me super chats. I mean, it's all good, bruh. It's all good. We're working ourselves from the bottom. Um, so discussion of the day is unproven until proven. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
we got Jalen Coker, we got Mike Jack. Now these are both guys that one guy was undrafted, so he had to
Mm-hmm.
work his way up. One guy we got for an empty box of Bojangles. he like he pretty much he went down a road that wasn't easy either. Jalen Coker
Mm-hmm.
is so special because most guys like him, that's they don't make it.
Mm-hmm.
Undrafted and then they come in and do what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's not something common. You got a few wide receivers out here who's put on and they did some things. Um, Cooper Cup, I believe he went undrafted. Guys like that. Like so,
Mm-hmm.
I shout out to the Panthers for like taking talent, finding talent from guys that nobody paid attention to, and then put them on display, and then them putting the work in and actually showing, hey, I belong here. Same thing with Mike Jack. He did get drafted, but at the same time, went from one team to another team to another team. Which now, hey, what can we really say bad about Mike Jack? Not much, can we? And we can't really say a lot of bad about Jalen Coker. Like I said, I love both of these guys. I think both of these guys are great players. This ain't the talk. Like I said, this ain't about talking bad about. But I was concerned, bloody.
Mm-hmm.
I was concerned because, well, do you like either one of these players? Let me ask you that, bloody.
Okay. I'm a fan of both of these guys. You know what I mean? I understand the controversy that goes around one player because they like to link him with another, but we gonna keep that where that's at. But honestly, I like both of these gentlemen. Both of these young men do phenomenal things on the field for their respective positions. Um,
Right.
and I think both guys, have room to improve on their game. And I think
Mm-hmm.
both guys are really good contributors. Not great, but really good contributors to this team. Even though I think one has done a lot more than the other one, but we'll get into that.
Well, that's funny that you say that. It's funny that you say that, my guy. Let's check out Jalen Coker.
Hmm.
Now, if you see right here, these are these are his stats. 11 games played, 33 receptions, 300 for uh, three touchdowns, 11.9. That's for catch. 43 targets.
Hmm.
Now, Bloody,
Hmm.
like I said, I'm not trying to talk down on this guy. I'm not saying
Hmm.
anything bad about him. I think
Hmm.
he's a good job. But they've already paid him.
Right.
And he's only played 11 games.
Hmm.
And this series is called Unproven to Proven. Do
Hmm.
you feel? proving himself to be a number two.
Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you, and I know a lot of people not gonna like this, but hey, I'm the neighborhood hater. No, he hasn't. From a statistical standpoint, he hasn't proven to be a true number two. On field performance, he has shown that. But one thing in this league, and one thing I've also have said and stand on, is that availability is the most important thing. So yeah, we can see glimpses, we can see flashes of this young man and what he can do, but for just 33 receptions for under 400 yards and 3 touchdowns, and you saying that's a number two in most teams, and I'm gonna be honest, that will be number 4 receiving numbers in some teams. And I know, what I'm saying, he's been injured. I get that. But that's part of the problem. You can't say you number two and you're not on the field and then your production is this low.
I feel you, and that's where I had concern. See, I didn't. I want Jalen Coker to get paid. I don't have a problem with him getting paid. I just felt like him getting paid should have been after the season to see if we can have a healthy Jalen Coker. You know what I mean? I came up with the line, "Hey, do a line, it's Coke time." You know, because I love Jalen Coker. I mean, he's one of those. I'm the king of underdogs, right? I love an underdog story. That's the reason
Mm-hmm.
why I brought these two guys up to the show.
Right.
And I get it. You know, I'm pretty sure people may not agree with me, and it's all right. This is just my opinion. I believe he's proven to be a number two. I mean, but he brings great. I mean, he brings things to the team. He hasn't had a drop yet. Things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
He's always been a great option for Bryce and things of that
Mm-hmm.
way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but when I start looking at the numbers and I see officials say numbers are a bit misleading in a way. Yeah, they
I agree.
can be misleading, but in this situation, I think it's misleading. I think it I think it's sitting right there. And that's why I wanted to talk about it. I try to look where he was ranked last year, and
Mm-hmm.
because he played. Oh, okay, I got you official. Because he didn't play that many games,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't really have him ranked. But across the rookie wide receivers, I think he was ranked like 25 in his rookie year
Mm.
out of all rookie wide receivers. But now he's not a rookie anymore. Going into his second year, after his second year,
Mm-hmm.
he is ranked 102 amongst all wide receivers.
You bullshit.
102. No, that's right there. His
Damn.
NFL ranking, all wide receivers, he's 102. He's 79th in touchdowns. He's 57th in yards per reception. He's 125th in reception.
Mm.
Yeah,
So
that's what he
uh
got.
I'm gonna hold my tongue because I'll just about to sit here and go
No, no,
bananas.
no, no, no. Go ahead, do your thing.
All right, fine, fuck it. So why the hell the community goes so crazy when those numbers that you said I haven't heard about? I haven't heard, where he was ranked in yards, touchdowns, and catches amongst other receivers. Why do the community go so crazy over him when his production is vastly just what's what I'm looking for? Just disgusting like that. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, I believe that as a Carolina Panthers, since we're such a small franchise, we hold on to players. And
Mm-hmm.
anytime we see a little bit of, what I'm saying, sparkle,
Right.
we are just a welcoming fan base. We're not like Philly. We're not like New York. We're not like, so those big franchises where you out of
Yeah.
there. We're actually a forgiving uh fan base. Um I don't know if the culture is gonna change or this, that, and other. I don't want it to change too much, but I do want, all our players to hit a certain standard that we have on the team. I
I get
mean,
it.
like I
Yeah.
said, he's a
But
great story. Love it.
mm-hmm. That's true. But
But
Shells, let's be real. I ain't mean to cut you off, sir. Continue.
No, you good, you good. Go ahead.
But Shells, we gotta really look at this for what it is. Like if everybody be talking about these numbers and saying Jalen Coker is this number 2 option like this, and these the numbers that he's putting up. I mean, he's not even a threat to anybody else outside of our own team. Like nobody outside of Carolina even looks at Jalen Coker as even a fucking threat. I mean, yeah, we know what he can do on the field. We see flashes, but that's mostly what they are. A couple games is just flashes. But I mean, when you really break it down and look at it like this, I mean, and the fact that you played 11 games, so that means you only missed 6 games. Like, I mean, you got some guys that play 11 games and they put up better numbers than this. They got better production than this. Not shitting on the young man. Not shitting on the young man, but I'm just saying, if we want this guy to be our number 2 and say he's our number 2, and he's already missed some key games, and then when he comes back, and everybody loves numbers, since this is a numbers league and this everything is about numbers now, them numbers don't scare nobody.
No, they don't. And that's why
saying.
I was concerned. That's why I was concerned about them paying him so quickly. I mean, I just wasn't feeling that. Like I said, I want him to get paid. I just felt like after this year, you know what I'm saying? Let's see if he can give us, you know what I'm saying, a full season. I'm gonna go to NH officials. He says 2 games out of this season. One was with Andy Dalton and 1 rehab game. Jets. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. And this is the other thing. Who's our number 1 wide receiver?
Tedero McMillan.
So that means Jalen Coker is not getting checked by the number 1 corner.
No.
Majority of the time, he's not taking on the number 1 corner because they're focused on T-Mac. You know,
Right.
Especially this year coming up, they're probably going to be doubling him or shadowing him in some way just so he don't get off. Which means this guy right here with 11 games played, 33 receptions, but is ranked 102 at all wide receivers, 79th in touchdowns, 57th in yards per catch, 125th in receptions, is the number 2. I got to see more than that.
Honestly, me
Y'all
too.
put a lot on this guy.
Me too. And he just got paid.
And he just got paid. I think it was $38 million. I mean, it's not a bad contract, but right there, let's move on.
Undrafted free agent.
Now, Mike Jack, 29 years old. He doesn't have a lot of wear and tear on his record because he's been on the bench or he's been fired or he's been let go, whatever the case may be. But when he came here last year, not the previous season, he was ranked 66 out of all cornerbacks. Let's see where he ranks right now. Bloody. Let's see what we got. And I got it on the front screen. Very interesting. Very interesting, I must say. Very interesting. 17 games played. 68 total tackles. 54 solo tackles.
Damn.
4 interceptions. 19 passes defended. 1 forced fumble. Looks pretty solid to me. But let's keep going. Let's see what else we got. Number 4 PFF overall defensive grade is a 79.1. He's 4th at all cornerbacks from PFF. 3rd PFF coverage grade, 80.9. Passes defended, 1st among all NFL cornerbacks, 19. 8th, interceptions, he got 4 amongst all NFL cornerbacks.
Shells, can I interrupt you real quick, sir?
Yeah, that's
with these rankings, I'm not a PFF guy. I'm gonna throw that out there first. But just looking at the rankings that they got here and looking at the numbers and where they got them placed, amongst the NFL. Is this saying that he's a top 10 corner based off of his cornerback rankings?
Hello, hello.
Nah.
Knock knock.
Nah, I know Mike Jack was cutting up on that side. I knew Mike Jack was cutting
Hey,
up on that side, but I didn't know all that. Like I Ben saw his numbers had 19 pass breakers, which I think is number one in the league last year. And he got 4
he
picks.
was.
That's right behind our number one. They got 5 picks. But damn.
Yeah. Uh, Mike Jack
Shit.
put on that glove last year. He put on that glove last year and showed up.
Damn. I
He
mean,
showed
God.
up. And I'm just questioning. So let's do this. Let's do this. What is his responsibilities? Is what I'm gonna ask. Jackson has played over 1,041 snaps, seventh amongst
Mm-hmm.
all cornerbacks. That means he's available.
Mm-hmm.
That means he's available. Um, he has an elite coverage grade of 80.9. Top 5 over ranking indicate he's routinely assigned to high value coverage matchups. Mike Jack, man, I'm telling you, man, he he's been a problem. He's been a guy that people have hated on for no reason. And see, I know what people are going to say. People are going to say, well, he wouldn't be a number one corner, a number two corner anywhere else. Well, Jalen, from looking at this, wouldn't be either. But Mike Jack has the numbers, and he's what they call a cornerback two shadow. But
Mm.
ask yourself, Bloody, you think he covers like any
Mm.
of the number one wide receivers in this defense from what you've seen watching games?
Well, for one thing that I've seen, a lot of people love to bring up this game was that infamous Rams game. And I have seen him
Hmm.
cover Puka Nakua. Now, of course, he got, caught on, but that's Puka Nakua, you know what I'm saying? And playing corner is one of the most difficult, if not the most difficult position to play out there in the field. But we also seen him scrap up Devontae Adams in that very same game. We also seen him go up against Mike Evans when JC, I think he had a concussion, I think for like
Hmm.
1 or 2 games, and he had to sit there and cover the number
Hmm.
one. Yeah, I think he got an interception caught on him before, but he also played damn good in defending this guy. You know what I'm saying? He didn't picked off the MVP not once, but twice when he played him. So
Right.
this dude is a damn good number 2 corner. And on some teams that really need one, he could be a damn number 1 if you really need him
Exactly.
to. Now, now I'm not saying that he could possibly do it the whole season. Hear me out, because I know how people like to, oh, so let's say that. No, 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 no. Now, if a team who doesn't have a true number 1, who need a number 1, he can be that replacement number 1 for a team for that particular season or for a few games. But him being a number
Right.
2, he's a hellified number 2. The numbers show it, and his production on the field, when you look at the film, it shows it as well.
Yeah, I remember hearing people had no faith in this guy, and I was one of those troopers, one of those soldiers. Like, man, Mike Jack gonna be straight. Mike Jack gonna be all right, and he has showed improved. Uh, so his primary role is he's an outside corner, shadow corner.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and his typical assignments is Mike Evans,
Mm-hmm.
Olave, London,
Mm-hmm.
Metcalf,
Mm-hmm.
Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
What are all those guys?
Mm-hmm. Number ones.
Number ones. Because in this defense, we don't have our number one corner travels. Wherever they line up in front of you, that's who you got. And you telling me when you got your
Mm-hmm.
best corner, your all pro corner like JC Horn go down. I seen Mike Jack step his game up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean
Damn
ascending.
so did.
Don't they like to use that in Panther Nation? Ascending. He's ascending. I didn't I didn't know he was gonna ascend this far up though. I mean he balled out.
He showed his ass. He damn so did.
So why, when somebody has been available, showed his
Mm-hmm.
ass, got the stats to prove it, why he didn't get paid
Mm-hmm.
first?
I'm gonna tell you like this,
Because
Dip,
he's
because I heard it before. My fault for interrupting you, Pop. What's happening?
like he like the market for him ain't number like 14 million.
Well,
Good,
for
man.
what I've heard, I'm thinking it's possibly the age. This league, they like to go young. They like to keep young guys is and build a team with young guys and kind of throw out a vet and make him really earn it, even though he's got the experience, even though he showed that he understands the playbook. He has the talent to play this league. You can just plug him and play him right away. But they don't want to pay them because of that. They value that more than their actual production. So that's the reason why I think they sitting on their thumbs and just saying, well, Mike Jack got to prove it again for him to get an actual contract. While on the other hand, they look at a guy like Jalen Coker. He's young. He's undrafted. From the flashes that we've seen, especially that one particular game that our community love to talk about, he has shown that he can be our number 2 guy. Let's lock him down now. Even though me personally, I think it's more of a political move behind that. It's not just we're making him a number 2. I think it's more behind that shit than what's really been shown. But yeah, Mike Jack to me deserves a contract. I would say like 2, maybe 3 years, and that'll give some of the young guys that we got in that room chance to develop and learn behind him and JC. I don't see nothing wrong with that because you damn sure don't want this man to fly off and go on free agent, and now you got a gaping hole in your secondary.
So what I'm presenting is I know he's a number 2. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
from looking at what we looked at and who's been available that Coker is a number 2. Now, like I said, he people are gonna say, well, Mike Jack ain't a number 2 somewhere else, and I'm gonna tell you, Jalen Coker is not a number 2 anywhere else either. But what you can't say is that Mike Jack numbers don't look like a number 2, and you can say, oh, it's because of Everill's defense. Well, that's the beauty of it. If he fits a certain scheme, it works for him. Just like Josh Norman worked for us. But then when he went to Washington, he
Mm-hmm.
wasn't that great, was he? He wasn't that
No, he
great.
wasn't.
So I mean, it is what it is.
Some guys work better in certain schemes. Another cornerback that I can bring up that a lot of people remember but probably don't remember, Nnamdi Asomugha, how he was with the then Oakland Raiders, was looked upon as one of the
Right.
best cornerbacks in the league. As soon as they didn't want
And
to
as soon as he
pay him
left,
and he flew to the Philadelphia Eagles, they thought that they had them another number 1. They thought they had 2 number 1 corners. When him and Asante Samuel on the other side, that boy got annihilated in man-to-man coverage. Couldn't do it. Different scheme. He's a
and do it.
scheme. He's a system corner.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to lose someone
Absolutely.
that's good in your system, who's a veteran corner that you already know both sides is locked down. He's good in this system
Right.
and he's a vet. Plus, you got, like I say, you got Willie, Will Lee, even though I call him Willie. You got Thornton back there
Mm-hmm.
who can learn from him. Even Shaw Smith Wade, even though people don't like Shaw Smith Wade, but it is what it is. They all can learn from both of these guys, from how they prepare, from what they see, from how they game plan against different receivers, different splits, different things that these guys have in their brain. They can learn from these dudes so they can develop once this guy starts aging and that contract goes away. Then we just plug in the other guy to the boundary. Why they learning in the slot and rotating. That's just how I look at it. But I don't cut the check, so hey.
Official says, man, we got horn to horn from to learn.
Man.
Not sure what you mean by that.
Oh,
What do you
I
mean by
think you
that?
mean I think you mean either from Jimmy Horn to JC Horn to learn from. I guess that was
Yeah, that
NH.
okay.
Yeah,
That's true. That's
shout out to
true.
you.
We got both horns. Now I don't know if you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
hear one. You're gonna hear one, but I don't know if you're gonna hear the other one. I would love you
Man,
to. I told
Shells,
you I'm the king of
that
underdogs.
other
Yeah.
Shells, that other horn should have been blowing since last year. our head coach said he should have been playing special teams. I'm still pissed that boy ain't playing special teams. I'm still pissed that this boy don't even get as much opportunities as he should, just a little bit. Hopefully next month we can see him get some kind of burn on the field. Because that's a floater boy. You know, you can just put the ball in their hand. They can just go ball. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
got
yeah.
talent. Use them. But I ain't going to cut you off,
I
sir.
don't know. I had living with you, man. I've heard everything about Jimmy Horn. He can't get the gist of the playbook, and he's not acclimated to the scheme. You know, I even heard
Man, to
Canales
me,
say he's not physical on the kick return for blocking. That's why they didn't put him out there for kick return. I'm like, okay, so
blocking.
yeah,
The boy like what, 5'9", 80 something pounds. Who the fuck he gonna block?
that's why they don't want to put him out there.
He's supposed to return it. Not okay. I'm gonna stay off of that. But back to
I
Jalen
get it.
Coker. I mean,
I get
shit. Like that the logic is not making sense to my brain. Like what Canales said. If Canales said that, you know, so I'm assuming he did because you reported to me, which don't make no fucking sense. But even getting back to Coker, I need to see more from Coker. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, and people hear me out when I say this. I'm not saying Coker is shitty. I ain't saying Coker ain't shit. None of that. Only thing I'm saying is the flashes that we seen from him is good. It is good. But we just need to see him do more. We need to see the production. We need to see him actually strike fear in the opposing defense that we're going up against. So everybody, not only in our division, but in the league, was like, hey man, Carolina got more than just Tedero. Like that Coker boy, hey man, he can go nuclear too, and not just one game, but they're a tandem.
right.
Because it seems like this league is
Yeah,
all about having wide receiver tandems.
it is. It is, and that's why say even though they play on two opposite sides of the field, they both had
Mm-hmm.
a walk of their own way of walking and getting into the NFL. They had their own struggles, different stories, but both underdogs.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
just I'm not willing to just give anybody a title without them necessarily earning. I don't even care about how much Coke got paid. I like I said, I
Mm-hmm.
wanted him to get paid. Just not this year.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, outside of that, I mean, I rather pay somebody who comes to work and does their job every single game, like Mike Jack. Mike Jack was available. He showed up. He did a job. He even played like the number one corner when the number one corner went down. I just don't understand why y'all didn't pay him for. Now, I'm not saying sign him to a 5-year deal or nothing like that. He's 29. I mean, he still has a lot of tread on the tires. Like I said, he wasn't used a lot. But you would have signed him to a 3-year deal. I'd have been cool with that. Got him out of here when he's 32. But I mean, that's why I
But
wanted to talk
Shells,
about this.
that
I
let
thought
me
it was
know.
interesting. Hmm.
But Shells, that let me know what they value most. Because if they sit there and they pay the guy who's been injured not once but his second year in the league, been putting up some decent, fuck it, let me be real, some average to below average numbers, but then you get a guy who was very productive for your team last year. Even when your number one went down, he was still productive. But yet you still go in the draft and you still draft, another guy. So
Right.
that's, to me, is showing that they're gearing up for him to have a prove it, in air quotation, a prove it year, even though he's already proven it. And if he has numbers that drop, substantially lower than this here, he gonna be out the door. And it's like, well, we got Willie to sit here and replace him. And to me, that's fucked up, and that's a dumbass move, because I don't think that boy. Well, fuck that thing. I know that boy ain't ready for what's gonna come to him this particular season. He's just getting in the league. He is no way he's gonna be ready for it. You know what I mean? So that's why I think we need to keep Mike Jack until he starts to slow down a little bit, and then if you can trade him off or something, because he still looks promising. Trade him, get like a third, fourth round pick for him, or if you can sucker somebody for a second, Willie then built up a little bit, boom, slide him in there. That's just what I can think of. But for Coker, his main thing is
Yeah.
he got to stay healthy. We know he can play. We know he got the skills. We know he got the footwork, and he damn sure got some good hands. He just need to stay healthy, and he can be a true number two, and he can strike fear in this NFC South. Because to be honest,
Right.
I don't think it's probably one team that maybe got a number two, maybe one team in our division that has a number two that we really got to worry about.
Yeah.
So
That's
shoot,
that's
he can
it.
sit there and take that spot. And then he injury prone, unlike what we try to tell people, but I digress. So he could take that spot.
Yeah.
He can easily take that
I,
spot.
so let me ask you this, buddy. Do you think that the Carolina Panthers, the front office, falls in love with the players more than their actual contribution to the game?
That's a
Like, do
damn.
they fall in love with their personality more than they actually with with the actual production? Because
With
I mean,
the
we all question
I,
about Nick Scott, right? Nobody was
mm-hmm.
really feeling Nick Scott, and his production ain't been nothing to go, bragging about. I mean, kind of makes me think you
I
brought him
mean,
back, but his production ain't nothing. Yeah, he got better, but I mean,
well,
okay.
I could answer that question like this here. We've all seen somebody that we work with that does not have the same production as somebody else but for some reason they always keep a job. You know, certain coworkers love them, the boss always love them, supervisor always love them, and they always safe for some particular reason, whether it's because of their person, whether because they're brown nose or whatever it is. So
Hmm.
I say all that to say this. I do think that some of these people in the front office do like some of these guys personally. They like you say, you like the underdog story. They like the underdog story. They like some of these guys' personality because you got to remember, it's still a business. So if I can show some of these guys off to some of these sponsors and everything like that, they talk the right talk. They carry themselves a certain way. Then yeah, they can hang around a lot longer because they understand my system and I like them. More than somebody else who's actually putting in the work, who has the production. And not to say that they have a standoffish attitude, but they understand, like, you know what, I'm coming here to work, I'm putting in the work, and I know what my goal is to get paid for my family. You know what I'm saying? They probably got more of an adult mind frame of when they go through the building compared to somebody else who's young, a little bit more vibrant, energetic, or got that innocence about them.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah. It makes me scratch my head a little bit, man. And that's why, about it. I had to bring it to the forefront because, like I said, neither one of these guys are bad players. They play on two different sides of the field, and actually, I mean, being a cornerback to me is a harder job than being a wide receiver. To me, in my opinion.
oh for, oh, for sure.
I mean,
Oh,
how good are you running back? You know
to
what I mean?
me,
I
the
mean,
only
I ain't
to
never
me
ran
the
back.
only other hardest position. Nah, me neither. I ain't had the footwork. I can run straight ahead, but I ain't never had the footwork to actually run backwards. Now I done did some drills, where you got to turn your hips outward and inward if you covering
Mhm.
somebody, if you controlling the outside to the sideline, or inward if you covering like the inside. I done done drills like that, and that shit is not
Right.
easy. You backpedaling and then turning your hips to sit there and follow somebody while you sitting there putting hands on them, trying to knock the timing off, and then turning your head to see exactly where the ball going while you looking up or looking forward or whatnot. It's not easy.
Yeah.
And then plus you playing in all this space, because I don't know if people actually been on a real field, but a football field, them hashes are tight. Their hashes are so
Right.
tight. So when you out there in the boundary in the numbers, that is far. It's just you out there. It's called an island for a reason. And
Yeah,
if
it's
you
all the
got
island.
somebody with some good yeah, and if you got somebody with some good footwork that'll sit there and just pop, pop, boom, and automatically they on your back hip by the time you turn around, bro, you stack. You ain't gotta be fast. You just gotta be quick and stack them. That's one
Mm.
thing that Jalen Coker can do. You just
Yeah.
get to your spot, boom, and go. Stack them, throw the hand up. I'm looking for it. Because unless they got a long wingspan to get back into the play or they got incredible speed, only thing they can do is just flag you. That's it. But if you got good technique, like Mike Jack, you can try to prevent yourself from getting stacked. And if you do get stacked, depending on how the trajectory of the ball goes, it can get you back into the play.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that Jalen Coker has an easy. I think Mike Jack has a harder. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look, we're neither one of us are NFL players. It's hard to go out
No,
there and
no.
perform and put it on. Uh, either way you look at it, you know. I like both of these guys. I'm glad both of them on our teams. I just would have did it a little bit
Mm-hmm.
different. It would have made more sense to me. Mike Jack would have got the first, because I think he earned it. Um, yeah. So this is just one of the ones, man, that we had to break down and put it out there. You know what I mean? Uh, and I think Mike Jack is he fired his representative and got a new one. I have full faith in these guys gonna have another good year. What do you think?
I do too. You got to remember, these boys, they didn't taste the playoffs. You know what I mean? They didn't win the division. They know what it feels like to be in that arena and that crowd is packed. And they know they let one slip that Sunday by losing to a team that they defeated. You know what I mean? They
Right.
know that if we sit there and we just play game by game, play by play, we can beat these teams. You know what I'm saying? They know we didn't went to Tampa. We had that ass beat, but certain situations happened that fucked us over. You know what I mean? They know when they
Right.
played San Francisco, we did everything that we could, but it just wasn't our day. Even Seattle, we was tight in that game. Things didn't go our way. So they both know that they can get it done. They both know that they can play against some of the best teams in this league. You know, go against some of the best corners or defend some of the best receivers. They know that. Only thing they got to do is just be more consistent on one side, and on the other side, keep doing what you're doing. And at the end of the day, keep
Oh,
pounding.
that's it. Keep going. Pause on 'em. You know what I'm saying? That's all you gotta do. Go out there and put your paws on them. Yeah, I think that we're
Exactly.
gonna get some really good teams this year. But the thing is, I'm not worried about neither one of these guys. But I'm
No.
definitely like pretty. I could bet money that Mike Jack is betting against himself. And if he don't get paid here, he's gonna get paid somewhere else. Either way, it's gonna be a good year for him. The thing is, too, he's been tried. He's been tried
Mm-hmm.
all year long. He's been tried.
Mm-hmm.
Whether J.C. Horn was covering somebody, they were definitely trying Mike Jack, and he made them pay for it every single time. And Jalen
Mm-hmm.
Coker, he exposed teams too when he was out there and he was available. He did it to us too. It just wasn't
Yeah.
as much availability with him. So hey, I guess they're betting on the upside
And that's the thing.
that Mike Jack will consistently be what he is this year. To me, I think for what he did, they should him in last year because the price gonna go up. I think he's at 14 a year right now. If he balls out, you ain't gonna have no Mike Jack. Mike Jack gonna try to get that bag. And I don't blame him, Mike Jack. Mike Jack, go get your money. Go get your money, my guy.
But shit,
And
Shells, I can ask you a
keep
question
doing
real
your
quick,
thing.
bro.
Absolutely.
Will Jalen Coker get paid? Do you think that now that he was rewarded, a contract, do you think you're going to see a different Jalen Coker, a more motivated Jalen Coker, a Jalen that now feels like I'm a true NFL wide receiver because I actually got M's in my bank account now?
I think Jalen Coker is not motivated by money. I'll be honest with you.
Mm,
He doesn't come off
okay.
that way to me. I think Jalen Coker strives to be great. Uh, he has dog in him
Mm,
for sure. He doesn't come off to be um just a diva or anything of that nature. I think he really takes his craft seriously. Uh, when I noticed that Steve Smith had taken a liking to him and that he did some training with him,
mm,
I knew that this had to be somebody for Steve Smith. Now we talking about Steve Smith. For somebody like Steve Smith to
right.
kind of put him underneath his wing and train with him and work with him, I said, okay, this guy he wants to be good. Like he wants to be the light skinned Muslim Muhammad. I'm just saying, like I can see it because that's who he kind of reminds me of
Oh my
is
God.
Muslim Muhammad. I mean, he just
Mm-hmm.
does to me. Physical, catches everything. I mean, hey, I mean, yeah, I think he's gonna. I think this reassures him, especially with the money that he's getting. I know that he said that he wasn't going
Mm-hmm.
anywhere. He's training here in Charlotte. He's gonna stay in Charlotte the whole time. Excellent for him. Great
Mm-hmm.
idea. I mean, I think it's better that you train with a staff here that has a criteria that they want to see you work on to get yourself even better. They believe in you. They paid you. They believe in you. So I'm expecting him to go
Right.
10 times higher. Let me ask you this, buddy. What would be a good number for you for Jalen Coker? Touchdowns,
Me,
receptions. Hmm.
for him, I mean, and I gotta be me. For him to be the number two, to say about 70 catches, 60 to 70 catches to about 750 to 800. And for his touchdowns, I'm gonna have to see at least 7.
Yeah, I think me and your numbers
That's for him
are
be
the.
that's for him to be in that number
Right.
two. You know what I mean? Because go ahead.
No, I think me and your numbers are slight on. I don't want anything less than 800 yards. I'll be honest with you. I don't.
Mm,
And I know it was a good deal that they paid him, but when just like everybody else that have titles, number one so and so, number one this out
mm,
of college, cool. But now you're on the team,
mm,
and everybody has introduced you as the number two. Cool. Then I want you to be
mm,
the number two. Play like it. That's what you get paid for. Hey, make it hard for them
mm.
when you come back to the negotiation table and say, you know what? I mean, y'all gave me this little money right after what I want to upgrade. I want that type of energy.
Mm. I mean, I do believe the boy got the ability to do it, even though I ain't gonna lie. I have said I feel like athletically, I don't see him getting any better. Like, I heard
I
that he
agree.
does have like a 40-inch vert, which is,
Hmm.
impressive. And when I say
Hmm.
athletically not getting any better, I don't see him as, a true burner like that. And I don't think his speed can increase vastly that much. But
Right.
one thing that he can do is get open in small spaces. One thing he can do, like I said, is as long as those mitts, because I don't know how big the boy hands is, but obviously he either got big hands or he got strong
Yeah, big area.
fingers to sit there and to catch everything
Something.
thrown his way.
He got
You
some
know,
paws.
and because it got to be one or the other, because that he probably got some hellified paws on him. He damn so be putting them paws on
Mhm.
them passes. I won't say the other word,
Right.
but you know what I'm saying.
Right.
So he may it may be the size of Odell's hands. I don't know, but the boy is a hellified route runner. He's a hellified receiver. I will give him that. It's just that we just need for
Yeah.
him to stay healthy, no more nagging injuries with these hamstrings and things like that, because we need him to perform week 1. We seen the flashes. We
Absolutely.
know what those flashes can be, but those flashes need to be consistent. And as long as they can be consistent, then, like I say, you can put the NFC South on notice. Hey, man, Carolina got a true number 2. That's that boy that they was talking about, Coker. Hey, man, this so you get 80 this game. He
Yeah.
got 79 this game. Damn, he went for 100 this game. Hey, man, we gotta lock him down, bro. Like, it gotta be like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He got to be a
Gotta
threat.
be. It's gotta be. There's no way around it, man. It's gotta be like that, man.
Nah.
I agree with you. I don't feel like he's gonna get faster. I don't think he's gonna get quicker. I think for me, for him to get better, really is just staying healthy. That's the major
Mm-hmm.
thing for him to contribute. You want to see a better Coker? Let him be healthy. To me, that's the better. I'm not trying to. I know it's gonna sound kind of rough, but it's okay if you reach your potential already. But as long as you are learning the game and you uh wiser, because like Adam Thielen, for instance, let's use him as an
That's it. You
example.
just
He wasn't a
said it.
burner,
That's how he get better.
but But that's how he got better because he knows the game. He knows the soft spots. He has learned the game
Mm-hmm.
and has made it turn into his. Now he can play mind games because he knows the game. And I think that's where Jalen Coker will take off is knowing the game, um, getting wiser, staying healthier. And as long as he stays healthy, man, he's gonna execute. I have no doubt about it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
that's in due time. We'll see. If he stays healthy, we possibly got a real number two, but I'm not willing to call him a number two until I see him stand on the field. Mike Jack, he
For
is
sure.
definitely
Also
a
this.
number two. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Also this. Look who we got to go up against every single day at practice. He ain't got no choice but to get better, understand his craft, and understand the wide receiver position, and knowing how to go up against, you know, two top 10 corners, knowing exactly how they like to press, knowing exactly what they're doing when they 5 yards, 7 and 10 yards off, knowing what to look for, knowing how to read coverages based off of how the safeties line up. Can sit there and signal to Bryce when
Mm-hmm.
he sees something, so then Bryce can signal back to him, and then they know how to attack, especially if they sitting in zeroed in on Tech wherever he at. Iron
No,
sharpens iron.
you're right. Iron sharpens iron. Tech gonna make the job easier for a lot of these wide receivers. You just gotta show up
He
and the
is.
balls gotta be thrown to you. The be thrown to you and you just
Right.
gotta do what it do when you get it. Ain't no way around it. Ain't no way around it. But you gotta stay healthy at the end of the game. At the end of
That's
the
the
day.
main thing.
It's the,
Mm-hmm.
NFL
Mm-hmm.
stands, but not for long. So, hey. Man, Blood, I really do, man. Appreciate you coming up here and chopping it up with me. Uh, you know, first live, had a couple little hiccups here and there. They'll get better as time go. I can't wait to look back on it later on so I can laugh at it. But man, if anybody comes in here
Mm-hmm.
and enjoyed the show or watch it on the playback, leave a comment, man. If you agree or disagree, this is just our opinions. We was able to break down the stats, the good, the bad, the ugly about these guys. We like both of these guys. Uh, we just thought the priority should have been placed somewhere else first. Um, because we got the money man in the building. I mean, he can make up a good contract. I think you could have got both of these guys paid at the same doggone time. Don't leave one of them out who's actually showed out. Outside
Right.
of that, bloody, what you want to say to the people, man, before we get out of here?
I mean, well, shoot, first off, like I say, I appreciate you having me up here for your debut. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting them pause on. We down, so gonna put some pause on the
We gonna
whole
put some
NFC
balls
South,
on
and
them.
not just the NFC South, but the whole NFL. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody in the chat, you know what I'm saying? NHL shout out for him coming through showing love. You know what I mean? Shout out
Appreciate
to
that.
anybody else that was, you know what I'm saying, just viewing my man Shell's, very first show. You know what I mean? It's gonna be more to come. If anybody like he say, play this back, hey man, shout out for you for coming on my man's channel and watching us rock. And there's gonna be more. You know what I mean? Stay tuned. There's gonna be a lot more content that he's gonna provide for the youth, for the Panther community. And I'm just gonna be a guest up there, just helping my man channel grow. Like, share, subscribe for sure. Shout out to the Met too, and shout out to the Queen City from 803 to 704 for sure.
Absolutely, official, man. You are official, man, 'cause you came through. I appreciate you taking the time out. This is kind of a late night little live. Thank you, Bloody, so much for pulling up, man, and man of your word. And man, to anybody else, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. It don't matter who you stand in front of and what team we gonna face. We always gonna put the paws on. You hear me?
For sure, for sure.